Welcome back to the Slowpoke Diecast Racing channel.
It is another beautiful day here. We are getting ready and waiting for the Group 3 racers to make their way up to the tunnel. While we wait, we're taking a look at the pits. We see our first 4 semifinalists along with the Group 4 racers getting their access to the garage to make their final tweaks. We're not too sure what happened to the lift that Clem was using, but we do have a call out to our maintenance staff, so that should be ready and fixed by the time our semifinals takes place. Oh, we have a live look here at our three drivers? Why is there only 3 drivers heading up to the tunnel? Has anyone seen Clem today? Okay, what? We're getting word to switch to the tunnel camera? Alright, can we switch there? What in the world are we hearing? Can someone please turn the lights on in the tunnel? Oh my goodness, would you look at that? Clem is in the tunnel already. And from what I was told, Clem actually fell asleep in the tunnel last night and has been there since. But we'll have to send our crew up there to make sure Clem gets put into his correct position when the other drivers arrive. But man, to see the commitment that Clem is putting forth to try to get past this group and move on to the semifinals is actually pretty sweet to see. Alright folks, let's head back down to the studio, check out our bracket, and get to some racing. Alright, we are back in the studio where it's nice and quiet, so let's go ahead and meet today's Group 3 drivers. So can we go ahead and focus on the bottom left of the screen? Alright, thank you. Our first driver up today is Griff from Team GDM in the 71 El Camino. Our second driver is Tantona from Shedakis Racing, driving the SVT Lightning. And if you've been watching the series so far, everyone is well aware of our third racer, Clem from Outsiders Diecast Street Racing, driving the 63 Studebaker. And our fourth and final driver is Barry Porter, who is driving the 83 Silverado. Alright, we've met the drivers, we know what's at stake, we know one driver who's really trying hard to make sure he gets to the next round, so let's head up to the tunnel and get to the races. Here we are in the tunnel. It is time for race 1 of the Group 3 series. You can see they moved Clem into his correct position, which is a good thing. Drivers, watch the lights. And there's the green light. We're coming down to the first turn. Tantona with an early lead, but Griff holds him off. Oh, looks like we lost Barry Porter. He spun out, making our way to the tunnel. Looks like Clem's trying to make a pass going through the tunnel. Can he do it? Yes, he does make a pass, but he ends up throwing Griff off the side of the track, getting very close to our fans. Thank goodness they were all in their seats and not walking through the yard there. Alright, let's go ahead and take a quick look to see if Barry Porter's okay. Yes, he is. He just spun out, so we'll have to get him back to the tunnel. Checking in on our replay cam, you're going to see Griff coming out first, but getting thrown off the side of the track, allowing Tantona to get 4 points, coming in reverse for first place. Clem, clean finish for 3, getting him second. Griff obviously will be getting 0, and we all saw Barry Porter spun out, giving him 0. So there's our standings for the first race. All right, let's head back up to the tunnel and get to race 2. It is time for race 2. You can hear Clem has his music still cranked up in the tunnel. He's in his spot that he fell asleep in, so hopefully this will be his race. Drivers, watch the lights. And there's the green light coming down to the first turn. We have all 4 drivers side by side. Clem pulling ahead of Griff by a little bit, followed by Barry. Ooh, Griff with the sideways, but back into control. Clem is way out in front. The other 3 are bunched up together going into the tunnel. Coming down to the finish line, who do we have? Clem with the... Oh, I don't know if Clem crossed. We see Tantona did not make it. We saw Griff getting pushed, but we have Clem over in the pit area. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that. Yeah, as you can see, Clem got real close to some of our fans, and if you look over to the back part of the screen, you'll see Tantona, who got caught on the side of the track, so he did not finish. But let's go to the replay cam and see if Clem actually broke the line of the finish tape. Here you will see him coming down sideways, out of control. We're just seeing, does he break the line? He did. He did break the line. So even being out of control, he did break the line. He will get 4 points for first. You will see Griff getting pushed across by Barry Porter, which will give Griff 3 points, give Barry Porter 2 points, and then unfortunately Tantona, as you see, will get 0 points. So looking at our standings, Clem is in the lead with 7, Tantona is second with 4, Griff with 3, Barry Porter with 2. Wow, those bottom 3 drivers are all within 1 point. And with still 2 races to go, anyone can still be the top 2 to move on. So let's head up to the tunnel and get to race 3. It is time for race 3. I really feel that Clem is using this music as like a psychological thing against his other racers. Maybe it works. I know the points are still close, so drivers, watch the lights. And here we go, coming down to the first turn. Clem is taking an early lead, followed by Barry. Oh, we lost Griff upside down. Tantona is actually pushing him. Oh, and we lost Tantona. Heading through the tunnel and out to the finish, what do we have? Clem and Barry Porter with 2 easy finishes. No issues whatsoever. They pulled ahead of the pack, ran their races, got their points. But man, that was a bad crash by Griff, and then for having Tantona sliding him down the track, and then for Tantona to fall off. Let's just go look at the camera and make sure that both these drivers are okay. As you can see, we have Griff upside down. Now he spent a lot of time on that roof sliding, so we'll check on him. And Tantona is wedged between the tree and the mountain. So we will get both these drivers down and get them checked out before the last race. Alright, let's head to the slow-mo cam and get the scorecards updated. As you will see coming down, Clem way out in front, easy first place victory, giving him 4 points. Barry coming down behind him, giving him 3 points, which moves him up into second place, but only by 1. And then you have Griff at the bottom with 3. Both of those drivers on the bottom receive 0 for not finishing. And as you can see, looking at these numbers, Clem will be moving on. So apparently his music in the tunnel got to the drivers, gave him an edge, and gonna get him into the next round. But now look at the other 3 drivers. All are within 1 point of each other. So this last race is very important for all 3 of these trucks. All right, let's head to the tunnel. It is the final race. You can hear Clem. He's still got his music going, so apparently this is going to be what he does every race to get himself pumped up. Drivers, watch the lights. And there's the green light. We are coming down to the first turn. Barry nudges out Tantona, taking the lead, but then we have all the trucks spinning around. All 4 trucks are still on their wheels, though, bunching up together, going into the tunnel. What do we have? Oh, we got a crash with Griff and Clem upside down, and we have 2 trucks that pass the finish line. So unfortunately, Clem and Griff did not finish that, but we did have 2 drivers who did complete it. So that's going to make it very interesting to see who the 2 are that move on. So let's go ahead and head to the slow-mo cam, update the scorecard, and let's see our 2 racers who are going to be moving on to the semifinals. Coming out of the tunnel, you see Barry coming down the track in reverse, as well as Tantona in reverse, both crossing. And with Barry finishing first, that will keep him above Tantona and make him the second truck to move on into the semifinals. Unfortunately, Clem and Griff will both receive 0, so their points will stay the same. And the 2 drivers that will be moving on to the semifinals are Clem from Outsiders Diecast Street Racing and Barry Porter. Wow, that was a great group race. There was not a single train hit, not a negative point awarded, and that was awesome racing by all 4 of these drivers. Back in the studio, let's go ahead and look at the bottom left of our screen. Let's focus on our drivers that competed today, and let's go ahead and move on our 2 drivers who will be competing in the semifinals, and we also want to thank the other 2 who competed. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look and light up the bottom right screen. You will see our Group 4 racers who will be competing next to be the final 2 spots to complete our semifinals. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next one.